You can never ever sit near the back in this race because suddenly this race is firing all cylinders.
Sonne.
The
Nah, bahasa.
roads of northern France are causing chaos. Right at the front. The Gatcher is safely there with Welland. Also there in Walden have bini. A little bit further back, let's just see who else is there. Looks like Henrik Mass has made it. Girmay has made it as well. This is the group of Mምህir who has missed the split.
There's no news with Renko either.
Yeah, keep an eye for the gold helmet.
I do think he's in the front because we probably should have seen chasing hard. It looks like also, is that Milan?
Jonathan
Right?
Maynas
Yes,
there.
it is, yes, that's it.
Jonathan Maynas has
Come away
missed the
there.
split. And look at the gap, it's 16 seconds already. And this group of favourites have ripped this race to shreds. Remco is in the group with Mምህir. He's missed the splits.
In the ground.
Bit of cyclocross by Remco Evenepoel. Right at the front, Philipson. Harry Sweeney is there. Looks like Henrik Mass. Then even Garcia Cortina. Going through towards the front. Tudor Pro Cycling have got Trentin and a number of other riders in here. Philipson is there. Jorgensen is there. Bengegaard is there. Jonas Hansen is there. Sam Watson is there. Bini and Girmay. Tish Benut pulling faces. And if Tish Benut's pulling faces, this race is not easy at all.
No, he played a big part there, protecting Vingegaard into that corner and actually accelerated to split the group. Vingegaard was very quick to take his relay when he saw the opportunity come.
Chris Neelands goes through to the front of Israel Premier Tech. Well, about 2 hours ago we said, is it a nailed-on sprint? Could there be a surprise? And we kind of surmised that now it wouldn't happen, but suddenly we're going to get the surprise. 60k an hour, a group of maybe 30, 40 riders are going clear on stage 1 of the Tour de France, and they're already putting Roglic, Remco Evenepoel and others down in the second group of the road. It's Ben O'Connor there. I'm not so sure he is. There's one rider from the team of Jacob Alula in the group. As far as the other favourites are concerned, I don't see Felix Gall in here right now. Is Chicago there? I don't think he might be just towards the back, but I'm not so certain. Already, stage 1 is going to cause some groups to lose time. Right up at the front from the team of BF Education Easy Post, Casper Asprey, while he would miss a split and across him with it. 23 seconds. This is the second group on the road. Remco is losing time. Also losing time, Oscar Onley, the leader of that team of Picnic Post NL. Roglic to the left-hand side of Remco Evenepoel, so he's losing time. Also in this group is Geraint Thomas. He has been distanced as well, which is a bit of a surprise. Carlos Rodriguez, I think, is in there. Mምህir is in there, one of the favourites for today's stage. 12 kilometres to go, 23 seconds, Nico.
The gap is opening. I don't think it's going to go a lot bigger, but it will be between that 20 and 30 seconds. Actually, because in front there's a lot of teammates. We're getting close to the finish.
Well, do you remember that radio message a little while ago? Charlie Galius said you need still to be focused because from 148 kilometres onwards, this race can split.
Yeah, you kind of change the direction. We're going to play with a slight risk. Bini. You can make now 11 kilometers. get them close enough, if they get that 6-7 kilometers to go, then we will see probably the team of Philipson put a bit more pressure. He's got the whole team up there. ዘይንቡር is there as well. Yes, high, a bit isolated, but he knows that's the wheel to go. They come to Philipson.
Ackerman is in this front group of riders. He's made it. Soren Barenstold has made it into the front group as well. Who else is in there?
Yeah, that's the story of the thought it was Milan, so one looked like it was a set 37, looked like it was a one.
Philippe is already 1 minute 50 seconds behind. Well, if you just joined us now, where have you been? It's been a chaotic stage number 1 of this Tour de France. We're approaching the final 10 kilometres of racing. A group of riders have gone clear. This includes Paddy Pogacar, Jens Vingegaard, Jorgensen is in there as well. Bini and Girmay, Sam Watson, Stoyven, Paul Penhart is in there as well. Jasper Philipson, Hayden Grove, Matthew van der Poel, Fabio Leonhardt, Enric Mas has made the split. Ballerini has made the split. So has Mike Turnison, who's been a yellow jersey of the Tour de France before on stage number 1 when he had to be the sprinter when Groenewegen crashed. Also in the front group in his first Tour de France, Joe Blackmore, Chris Nielands, Tobias Johannesson is there, Stein Frodheim and Soren Barenstold. So there are some good sprinters in this front group.
There's a lot of horsepower in that front group. There's a good mix between the sprinters who are happy that Merlier is in the back and the GC riders who are happy that Renko in the back. So I think that group is still going to work together really well.
Surely out of this group of riders now, though, Nico, Girmay and Philipson are the race favourites.
Yes, I think so. They're definitely the fastest sprinters.
10 kilometres of racing to go. This stage has been turned completely on its head now. There are some of the favourites of this year's Tour de France in difficulty. 30 seconds they're losing already on Pogacar and on Vingegaard. And it was Vingegaard who went to the front, who split the race. Attack now of Mathieu van der Poel, who is absolutely stamping on the pedals. Tish Benoot senses an opportunity and goes across, and maybe Van der Poel fancies the stage win. 3 riders go clear. Another counter-attack from behind. What a finish to this stage.
Yeah, they're racing really well, the opposite mechanic there, because he did a big pull, he dropped from the wheel, Philipson, and then Philipson actually just realised that, well, if I drop the wheel, I'll let the other drop the wheel. Straight away up to the radio, telling him to go for it. There's a gap opening, and now it's created a little bit of chaos. It's not good for the gap because they're creating the chaos in there, and now they're slowing down, they decided to wait, and they need to go together.
So Van der Poel puts his head down, goes again. A little bit of conversation going on. Tim Wellens has made his way across. Uno X want this to come back together. This is a massive opportunity for Uno X to win their first ever stage of the Tour de France on day number 1 in a team which was so hard to pick. Coming across now, the team of EF, they closed the gap. It looks like it's Harry Sweeney who's going to close the gap for his sprinter, which is Marion Vandenberg. This is the group number 2. Lipovitz is also in it with Roglic. So Roglic wasn't intent on the front. Neither was Remco Evenepoel. Neither was Lipovitz. So many of the favourites have been dropped. And it was Vingegaard who put it half road in the gutter, put everybody in trouble and split this race apart.
Yeah, a very good move there from Tish Benoot and Vingegaard.
Now Lidl Trek have to rescue this. It is all the alarms have gone out. Everybody is chasing hard. Soudal Quickstep need to bring this back together as well. They are completely committed to try and bring Remco Evenepoel back to the front of this race. Jonathan Milan is there with all his group of riders. They go left and right around that bit of road furniture. It is right now a fight for survival. Front of the race then. Big attack of the team of Wiesma Lisa Bike as they put even more pressure on the race. Matteo Jorgensen is the rider who's causing the problems. Groupama FDJ United with Cyril Bars and their sprinter Paul Penhart, who's come close to winning some stages in the Dauphiné. And he was disqualified on one stage for being a little bit dangerous, but Paul Penhart has got a chance as well. 39 seconds if they keep this pressure on.
coming now 7 kilometers to go. They'll start making back into the center of Neil in about 2 kilometers. With more of a pace. They're losing a little bit now the momentum. They need to keep riding together. They don't want to lose the advantage that it's just the hard work they've put in now.
Yeah, they need to go, don't they? Because otherwise this group will come back very, very fast. Kevin Borkland is up there, a former stage winner, but there needs to be a team who just commit, doesn't there?
Yes, they are. We're coming now without the team. The clinic, they know they can do something really good here.
Going to go up towards the front again.
They have 5 riders in this group. More than enough to be able to ride that 6 kilometers.
Well, everybody said, be careful. The first week of racing is not what you think it is. It's not flat, it's chaotic. It is those days every day when you have to be near the front. And you cannot relent at all. That's why it's going to be so tiring, so stressful, so unpredictable. Pogačar also looking for a stage win. He goes and looks around. And thank God, it's almost a replay of what happened in the Dauphiné when it was supposed to be a bunch sprint and then they went away just before the finish and Pogačar won the stage.
Pogačar is actually very quick in a small round group.
He is, isn't he? Because he can find his way around.
He's got a very, very fast kick.
Wedi Romit gets ready for this sprint. Anthony Turgis is here for Total Energy.
Also a good sprinter in those small groups.
The team of Uno X are there. The team of Tudor Pro Cycling have got Fabian Leonard and Matteo Trentin and Marco Haller. They might go with Haller for a chance to give it a go. Haller towards the back. Ballerini, who Mark Renshaw told us a little while ago is their sprinter of the day. So he's made it into the front group of riders.
He's been a bit quieter in the last few years, but again, one of the top sprinters of this generation.
5 kilometres of racing remain on this first stage. There is a yellow jersey up for grabs, and there are some sprinters in here who have got rid of the favourite. The favourite was Jonathan Milan, and he's not here because he wasn't at the front when the race suddenly splits.
Big pull there by Tim Willens.
Nico, from 5 kilometres down to the last 3, what's it looking like?
So we're going to stay on this road now for a little bit, another kilometre, and then we're going to take a right turn over a bridge, very exposed, lots of wind there, but the bush hasn't really stood up. Then we're going to take a right turn, about 2.5 kilometres to go, straight for 1 kilometre, a sharp left into sharp left again. The road was narrow, you go from a 4 lane to 1 lane, and then you're 1.7 kilometres straight down, beautiful straight road, wide road, up to the
Crash. 3 riders hit the deck, one of them I think might be Ben O'Connor. We're just going to check that 3 riders just hit the deck at the back of the race. Going down, and O'Connor is one of them. Oh, bad news for the Aussie. Also down is Marion Vandenberg.
And that's at the front of the group.
Oh. Vandenberg was the sprinter for EF. He hits the deck. Well, Ben O'Connor, bad luck for the Australian rider from Jaco Alula, having taken the front group. Still the stress is there. 3.5 kilometres to go. Pogačar flicks the elbow. Wellens commits to make sure his leader takes as much time on Remco Evenepoel and Primož Roglic and others as possible. Sam Watson, the British champion, is looking for an opportunity right now. He's the only Ineos Grenadier. He won the British Championships with a solo attack. He looks around to check what's going on. Could he have the unthinkable happen? The British champion making his debut in the Tour de France. And we don't even know if he was on the long list, never mind the long list. Watson looking now to try and win this stage. He only got the call on Tuesday to come to the Tour de France, and now he's got a chance of a stage win. 3 kilometres to go.
He's probably maybe a little bit too far forward at this point, but when you see the chaos coming from behind, everyone's looking for position. It's also a tailwind. Oh.
Marion Vandenberg, at one moment you are heading for a stage win of the Tour de France, and on the next moment you are on the side of the road. The Tour de France takes no prisoners. Wellens now commits fully. On his wheel is Watson. Behind the team of XDS Astana with Mike Turnison, who's been in this situation before, having taken a yellow jersey in the Tour. Moving up, Jasper Philipsen with Matthew van der Poel. Can they take the yellow jersey? Can Philipsen get the dream he's been looking for? Left-hand side, Cofidis have a rider there, and I don't know who it is. Daniel Twos, I think.
X is taking the front. Doing a good strong pull there. Look in the background. We have the Tudor. No, Auler's not going to sprint. It looks like he's going to be leading out. He's putting trending in position.
Left-hand turn, Nico, is that the last turn?
So one more.
2 kilometres to go. Ben O'Connor, he's caught up in a crash. Inside the last 5k, will be given the same time as the winner of the group that he was in.
Yes, and this is why they sat up.
1,800 metres to go now. Uno X Mobility. They want this stage win and they want it badly. The Norwegian squad win this stage. Moving around, lots going on. Luca Metdetz is there for the team of Jaco Alula, having lost Ben O'Connor. Big move right hand side. There's one rider from the team of Picnic Post NL, Nicholas Markle. Left turn. This is the last turn.
This is the last turn now. So 1.4 kilometres straight on this road. The big there by Uno X. On the pool looking very good. Drove on the wheel.
They're going to go under this red kite now with 1 kilometre of racing left. 32 seconds. Roglic, Lipovic and Remco Evenepoel lose time on day number 1. 52 kilometres an hour. What a blockbuster of a stage. 1 kilometre to go.
Girmay looking very good there as well. Quick hit on the wheel from the sprinter from Uno X. Oh, another chain goes out. And here goes the train of Alpecin de Koenig.
60 kilometres an hour as Alpecin de Koenig get ready to fire the Jasper Philipsen to try and take the first yellow jersey of this year's Tour de France. The crowd is incredible here in Lille. Matthew van der Poel, oh, big touch of wheels, and they almost came down. Bini and Girmay right on the barriers. Big move on the right hand side and a tackle for team of
Bini. O kadar mı Bini?
Philipsen moves. Yes, Philipsen now fires. Philipsen goes for glory. Philipsen of Alpecin de Koenig. Is it going to be a dream yellow jersey? It is. Yes, but Philipsen wins stage 1. A dream start to the Tour de France, but this is not a dream, this is a nightmare. Jonathan Milan is going to race in at the front of the second group on the road, and in this group are some of the favourites for the Tour de France, and they have lost 39 seconds on today's stage.
What a last 20 kilometres. There's the winner today.
Alpecin de Koenig take the first yellow of the Tour. What a moment. Last year it just didn't go well for him, did it? He had so many problems in the early stages, but Philipsen gets exactly what he's been waiting for. What a team today.
What a team. They were very active in the first part of that breakaway, or the split, we call it. And then at some point, they drifted slightly back just to regroup themselves. They let Tim Williams do the work in the front. They didn't panic, and they knew when they had to gather and come back at the right timing.
He was way ahead of everybody. Look at that, bike length between him and Girmay. The rider for this Israel Premier Tech, I'm pretty sure, was Joe Blackwell, wasn't it? Went way too early.
But it was good effort, because you probably know if you were not going to beat Philipsen. And he was like, okay, if I anticipate